Hi guys, welcome to Nat 5 and hopefully around 5 minutes. We're going to look at volume today, we're going to look at prisms, and we're going to look at special types of prisms, in particular cuboids and cylinders. So let's get started. Okay, so on the left hand side it says find the volume. So you're not given this in the exam, you really need to know that the volume of a cuboid is length times breadth times height, which I have written here. Length times breadth times height. So I would just write that out again. You know from your algebra that when letters are written next to each other like that, there is a multiplier or times in between them. So length is multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. So I will look at this cuboid here on the left hand side, and you want to work out the volume. So volume equals, the length is 7, the breadth is 3, and the height is 5. So you're just substituting those numbers into the formula, and then you're going to find out what 7 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 is. You can use a calculator, you can do it in your head, and it's 105 centimeters cubed because you're working out a volume. Okay, let's look at the one on the right hand side. So we're working backwards here. You're told the volume is 252 centimeters cubed. You're given the breadth and you're given the height, and you're not given the length. I'm just going to call this L for the length. So you're going to start off the exact same way. You're going to write volume equals length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height, and you're going to substitute in everything that you know. So you know the volume is 252. We write that in. You don't know the length, so I'm just going to keep that L for length. You know the breadth is 4, and you know the height is 7. Now what you want to do is you want to get L all by itself. You're working out what L is. You want to get at the subject of the formula. At the moment, L is being multiplied by 4 and by 7. So you have to undo multiply by 4 and multiply by 7. And you do that by dividing by 4 and 7. So I can divide by 4 multiplied by 7. I'm going to do that on the other side. So it becomes 252 divided by 4 multiplied by 7 equals L, and that's what you want to work out. You want to work out what L is. You can work out what 4 multiplied by 7 is, or you can just do that in your calculator. 252 divided by 4 multiplied by 7, and your answer is 9. So the length is going to be 9, and because it's a length, it's in centimetres. Okay. I'll do another one for you. That's a cuboid we've done. I'm going to look at the cylinder now. I said at the first slide they are prisms. They are prisms because if you've got a shape at the front, a cross section, and that cross section continues the whole way through a shape, then it is called a prism. So so cylinders and cuboids are like special types of prisms. Okay, so again, the volume of a cylinder is not given in the exam, and the volume of the cylinder is here, written it here for us. You need to know this. It's pi r squared h. On the left hand side I've been asked to work out the volume of this cylinder. So you're going to just basically substitute everything in. You know what pi is. Pi is 3.14, or you're going to use your pi button on your calculator. Multiplied by the radius. Now you know the diameter here is 8. So I would always write in what the radius is just to make sure that you don't use 8. You want to use 4. Multiplied by 4 squared, and then multiplied by the height, which is 10. Okay, type all that into your calculator, and you get an answer of 502.654. I would always write that to make sure that you get your answer mark, then go back to the question and ask if they want a certain accuracy. In this one, they want 3 significant figures. So 3 significant figures. Significant means important, so the 3 most important figures, which is this one, and this one. The next one being my decider. Now this 6, if it's 5 or more, it rounds this number here up. So this 6 is going to round that 2 up to a 3. So your volume to 3 significant figures is going to be 503 centimeters cubed. Okay. Next one, so on the right hand side now, again we're working backwards. We've been given the volume and we've been given the height, and we have not been given the radius. I'm just going to put in this here, a little r here. So The volume is pi r squared h. Substitute in everything that you know. So you know the volume is 942. So 942 goes under V for volume. You know pi is just a number, 3.14, multiplied by the radius squared, multiplied by 12. Okay, so again, similarly, we're going to undo what has happened to this. So you want to get r, I'm going to just say r squared for the moment. You want to get r squared all by itself. What is happening to it? It has been multiplied by pi, and it's been multiplied by 12. So to undo multiply by pi and multiply by 12, you can divide by 12 pi on the other side. So what would happen is it would become 942 divided by 12 pi equals r squared. Now remember the objective here, you want to find r, you want to get r all by itself. R has been squared at the moment. To undo that, we're going to square root each side. So it becomes 942 all over 12 pi, all square rooted, and that would just give r. And then you would type that into your calculator, and you get an answer of 4.9987. Again, make sure you get your answer mark by writing a larger version of your number. Go back and check the accuracy, and you want it to one significant figure. So the most important number here is your 4, your 9 is your decider. If it's 5 or more, it rounds the 4 up. If it's below 5, it makes the 4 stay the same. It is more than 5, so it's going to round that 4 up. So your radius to one significant figure is 5 centimetres. And you can write in brackets, I could say one significant figure. Okay, hope all that made sense. I want you just to freeze your screen now. There is 5 questions here for you to try. I have also included the answers, but please do all of these and then just use the answers to check. Hope that was useful, and thanks for watching.